What's up, guys? This is the Gospel According to Mark with a C. He is I and I am he. Just taking some time to tell you exactly what's on my mind. Now, somebody in the comment section of my last video asked me how do I feel about this Rotten Tomatoes scandal that's been going on with regard to Captain Marvel and the impending release of this dumpster fire of a movie. And all I can say to this is good. I'm glad that this is happening. I'm glad that Rotten Tomatoes is being exposed for the lame, unreliable, undependable shill of a platform that it is by closing off the audience's voices, by denying the audience the ability to say whether or not they want to see this movie, regardless of why. You're showing us, Rotten Tomatoes, that you are pro-censorship and you're pro the machine and you're anti the audience. That's what you're doing. And how do I say that? Why would I say that? Because you have had no problem with shills having their way on your platform and bullshitting people out of their money and feeding them all types of garbage about how good these movies are and everything based on Rotten Tomatoes. It's certified fresh. When was the last time you guys were able to depend on Rotten Tomatoes to give you a fair, unbiased, dependable view or snapshot of a hot movie that's out there? Let me tell you something. It's been a long time for me. But what really set it off was what happened with The Last Jedi. When I saw The Last Jedi was certified fresh and it was up in the 90s with the reviewers and the critics and things like that, and then when you saw the audience and it was just dropping, going down, 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 I was like, well, this is the shape of things to come, is it not? And here we are, looking at Alita, which is a superior, which is an enjoyable, which is a challenging and imaginative and groundbreaking movie. When I see what the critics are doing to that movie, and I see what the audience is feeling on that movie, I'm like, you know what? I don't think we're ever going to come back together again. I think that the machine has taken hold. There must be balance. And this is the reason why I don't mind seeing this happen, because I know on the other side of this is Rotten Tomatoes losing all of its credibility. So you go on Rotten Tomatoes, you go on and get woke. Get woke, Rotten Tomatoes. And what do you think is going to happen after you get woke, Rotten Tomatoes? Yes, yes. Oh, yes, you're going to go broke. That's what's going to happen. You have a problem with trolls. You don't have a problem with shills. And that is becoming more and more apparent. You're unreliable, you're undependable, and as a result, you're no longer relevant, Rotten Tomatoes. So keep doing what you're doing. Keep denying the little man, the average person. Keep denying us our voice. You talk about, oh, well, they're going to confuse the want-to-sees with the actual reviews. The fucking movie is not out yet. How is that possible? I don't understand it. You must think that people are really stupid. Okay, there are some people who came on there and they ran their mouths and they said things that they shouldn't have said, things that were irrelevant to the movie. Okay, I get that. But what you really want to do is you want to try to deflect and you want to try to deny that you have a liability as your movie star, and that would be Brie Larson. Regardless of how I feel about this person personally, I don't know her personally, but I do know one thing is that you don't alienate a sizable portion of your audience, and that's what she's doing non-stop by running her mouth. This has turned into a disaster. It's not fun, and the Marvel Universe has been nothing but fun for the last 10 years. And now, all of a sudden, what do we have here? We have a mess. We have somebody coming in who is determined to separate the audience after we've been brought together. And we've been together for a long time. All we've been doing is enjoying the ride. Marvel, you've been doing an incredible job up until now. And then what do you get? This is not, I repeat, this is not whether the movie is actually good or not, because we're talking about Marvel. I think what I am resenting at this point is the fact that you've created an environment that is divisive. I don't need that with my movies. I don't need that with my superhero genre, with my MCU, but that's what we got. That's what we're getting with Disney Lucasfilm. That's what we're getting with the MCU. That's what we're getting with just about everything. Star Trek, Doctor Who, everything. You guys are destroying the fun in everything. And then, on the other side of it, you have Rotten Tomatoes trying to silence the people. And you know something? I said this, and I've been saying this since The Last Jedi. I said that this is bigger than just The Last Jedi. This is bigger than just, the genre. It's bigger than the MCU, because what this is this is a call out to the type of person out there who is not going to be dictated to the type of person who won't be silenced, to the type of person who knows their rights as a human being to like or not like what they see on a damn screen. And what are these people learning from this? All right? By labeling people toxic, or toxic males, or toxic masculinity, or toxic white men, or toxic this and toxic that, disregarding all of the women out there who also have beef with this, and disregarding all of the so-called minorities out there who really have beef with this. What is on the other side of all of this, ladies and gentlemen, is an identification of people who will be a problem moving into the future. However, which way that we're going in this country, in this world, there's a certain person who is being identified by this small thing called how they react to movies and the fucking with of into these movies that are showing people who are using this whole thing as a psyop who to be on the lookout for. Who's a potential risk to the future powers that want to be. I think that's what's really at stake here. All right, so everybody who has a problem with the people who are objecting to the direction of Disney Lucasfilm, everyone who has a problem with people who are objecting to what's going on with the MCU and how Brie Larson is running her mouth and things like that, I want you to think. I want to challenge you to think about what this could really be about. Why are the stakes so high with this? Why do they need people to change the way they think? Were we not progressing as a species? Were we not progressing? Were we not going in a certain direction? But now they want us to believe that we haven't progressed. They want us to believe that we're still separated, to the point where they want a certain segment of the population to hang back, to dumb down, if you will, a participation prize for everybody else. There's no incentive to sharpen your skills or to up your game, to compete. No. Now they're commanding certain people to give other people a head start, depending on what the context is that we're talking about. And if you say no, then you just might be identified as a terrorist. You might be identified as a security risk. Yeah. We could all be being profiled by this. Now, I know I'm wearing my tin hat here, but I can't think of anything else when I start thinking of issues of censorship. And that's what this is. Want to see. You no longer have the right to say what you want to see, because you're affecting somebody's fucking bottom line, somebody else's money. So they will take your right to say what you want to see or what you want to do. Do you think this is just going to stop with movies and entertainment? I don't think so. I think this is a setup. I think that somehow they're trying to change minds in a way that makes it more acceptable for free-thinking individuals to be denied their own process of thought. What you want is not relevant. Resistance is futile. All right, guys. I know that I'm way out there, and the lifeguard is on the shore saying, "Come on back! Get back in here, it's too deep! There's sharks out there!" But every now and then, I allow my mind to wander. You see that? Did you see that tail? That's my cat. She likes to stay off camera. But you just caught it. Rewind it, you would have seen there was a tail over there. I'm not crazy. Eva, come and say hi, Eva. Eva. Hi. Woo! There's my girl. There's my girl, Eva. I love you. You wonder why I'm yelling, right? Sorry, kitty. All right, get out of here. Go earn your keep. So anyway, guys, that's how I feel about the Rotten Tomatoes thing. Maybe I'm too far out there, okay? Maybe I'm seeing too much here, all right? But like I said, when you start messing with people's basic rights to want to do something and you deny them for any reason, that's not a good thing. All right, there must be balance. There must be balance. If you object to the trolls, then you have to object to the shills, because these people are actually getting paid on this side. I'm talking about the critics. They're actually getting paid to bring you into the theater and to spend your money and to give you and to mislead you into thinking that you're getting a certain product that you may not be getting. In my case, it was The Last Jedi, most notably. Because I actually said to a friend of mine, wow, Rotten Tomatoes is giving it something like a 95. Oh my God, I can't wait to see it. I was so stupid. But they don't have a problem with that. They don't have a problem with their shill media robbing people and leading people and misleading them. But they do have a problem with the so-called average audience. And that's a problem with me. So if you're going to deny the average audience, then you need to deny the shill media. There must be balance. All right, and if you're censoring this side over here, then this side over here also needs to be silenced. So Rotten Tomatoes, keep doing what you're doing. I have a front row seat. I can't wait for the fall, my friends. You keep doing what you're doing. And that goes for the rest of the industry as well. All right, guys. I was asked how I felt about it, and I delivered how I felt about it. If you like, if you share, if you subscribe, that would be dandy. And of course, you can comment. You can find me on Twitter. There's a Patreon there. I promise you there is. People don't seem to notice it, but it is there. And it's all good, man. I work 10 to 12 hours a day, all right? I'm good, but I'm just saying, the Patreon is there. So anyway, guys, I'm going to see you on the next one. This is the Gospel according to Mark with a C. Rock on.